comic book fans, and welcome to a suddenlycomics.com video. It's a Monday night, it's the price variance. I've turned into some sort of white angel, clearly in Candace's a Canadian t-shirt with guy on it. It looks a bit like Alan, but he's a lot handsomer.
Yeah,
Um,
he's not quite as buff as I am.
Anyway, Alan sent me a free t-shirt, so I'm wearing it. You're probably going to see it once because I'm not sure this all white look works. Right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What are we doing? Oh, we are doing the hottest Silver Age books of the week. There were some really interesting ones on Alan's channel, and he's left me with the
Rank and file.
pesky arachnids. Right. So let's share my screen, and we're going to start with this one. It's one of Alan's. This is one of Alan's favorites because it's got
I
big
love these.
premiere issue on it.
I love them. They're awesome. It's just so hokey that they put that. That's just it's.
Okay, so this
You
is
have to buy this because it's a collectible.
yes. Well, we had one of them last week, didn't we? Silver Surfer. Now we've got the Iron Man. It's probably going to be whose turn is it going to be next week?
I don't know. It
Submariner
could
has it as
be.
well, doesn't he? Submariner One's got a big premiere issue on it.
Yeah, I think there's like 10 different ones.
Oh, is that okay?
Submariner, Iron Man, and then it's like
Oh,
Marvel
Hulk 100.
and Hulk 100. Yeah, yeah.
Does Conan One have it on?
Conan, no. Conan's later.
No, he's a bit later.
These are all from the class of 68.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Nice looking copy. It's an 8.5. I think this is probably down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know because there has been, this new effect of Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, right? And people are like, oh, maybe Iron Man will come back.
Certainly hope not. Right. $1,440 for
For
this
8.5.
five white pages.
Yeah, it's Iron Man #1.
It
Kind of
is.
a major title.
It's sort of stabilized, Alan, by the looks of it. Around it.
Actually, I'd say it's up from its pre-COVID numbers.
It is still up from its pre-COVID level. Yeah, a little
What
bit.
was the pre-COVID number? Like 1,200?
1.3.
1.3, okay. A little bit up, about 10% up. Not bad.
Yeah, it's okay. This is
And then
and it has stabilized, Alan. This is not a falling knife anymore, is it?
yeah, it looks like a couple
It's
months ago
stabilized
was
around this
lowest. Yeah.
1,400 level.
That's one thing I like about the Silver Age. You get enough sales volume that you can actually see those trends pretty clearly.
Yeah, because I mean, this comic has sold this grade for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, more than 11, probably sold nearly 15 or 16 times so far in 2024. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you do get a lot of sales data. Mind you, there are a lot of copies of this, Alan. There are 9,000 copies of
I know it's crazy.
it, or
But yeah,
thereabouts.
there's a lot of copies, but yeah, it's good to see it stabilize. But you know, like we got to give it a few more months to really see if it stayed at this new level. But I
I
think
think I think there's enough data here to say it's
yeah,
that's its new floor,
yeah, yeah, I would say so too.
about 1,400.
Hmm. So,
Um,
yeah,
right, okay. Well, there we go. That's
so
nice.
good start.
Something not falling. Next up, Hulk number 3. We see Hulk 1 and Hulk 2 quite a lot. We don't see Hulk 3 very often.
Well, yeah, I put it on the list because if you read the Hulk series, actually, this one's a bit of a key if you understand Hulk lore. Hulk originally was kind of like Solomon Grundy. Okay,
What book?
Solomon Grundy is like a zombie-like character, right?
Yeah.
Well, Hulk was the same way. He would turn into the Hulk only at night. Okay, in the original one. So he would have to lock himself up. He was kind of like a werewolf, I guess. he had to go into this bunker at night so that he wouldn't Hulk out and destroy everything. Okay.
Yeah.
In this one, he goes to outer space and he's kind of gets more gamma rays. Okay.
Okay. So
And
it's
it
getting
actually
more power
messes up his
cosmic.
powers. Yeah, it messes up his powers a bit. So now he can Hulk out during the day.
Okay. Right.
So a little bit more of the Hulk development in terms of them trying to figure out how is this Hulk character going to work.
Trapped by the Ringmaster. This is the first appearance of the Ringmaster.
Yeah, it would be. But the Ringmaster is the Ringmaster a major character?
Yeah, Ringmaster of the Circus of Crime. Appears regularly, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
He's
yeah.
in Spider. He's in Amazing Spider-Man early issues. Um, yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I mean the Ringmaster basically he goes to town and he controls all the people in the towns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So 1,920 for this lovely looking Hulk. Um, well, it's sort of you've
That
covered a little
COVID
bit.
spike is brutal.
Well, yes, I mean, but it is $500 up on the last sale, Alan.
Okay, that's a good
The
sign.
last sale was in April, and this is up from the April.
And then the pre-COVID price.
Pre-COVID 1,300. So yeah, it's up on pre-COVID as well.
So that's good. Yeah, so you just flatten out that COVID
Yeah, I mean,
spike.
one swallow doesn't make a spring though, so I'd have to see a few more
Yeah,
coming
but this one
around.
doesn't sell that often. If you look at the census, it's actually a fairly low census
Oh,
count. I think there aren't.
there's 46 of them, Alan.
Yeah, but it's a low census count.
Oh, 1,370. Yeah,
Yeah. These early Hulks are actually fairly rare for for Silver Age.
yeah,
For I have to put so many qualifiers. For Silver Age Marvel, they're quite rare. So yeah, but definitely a interesting one.
yeah,
So that's good. That we're seeing some stabilization in the market. That's pretty good.
yeah. That's a couple that haven't dropped in the last sales. Right. Another biggie.
Another biggie. This one's restored.
Right. Okay. You're going to get me to do lots of jumping around now, aren't you?
Just a little bit of jumping around.
Okay. So this is a lovely first appearance of Iron Man in his tin can,
Mhm.
but it's
But
restored. Sort of type of restoration.
what's the restoration on it? Can you read?
Uh, Top edge of cover trimmed.
Oh, okay, interesting. So I can actually almost see the trimming on the
Yeah,
corner
you
there.
can almost see it, can't you?
It's like wavy.
Yeah.
They didn't even use like a proper
Yeah.
um so mine actually I have mine's a 7.0 restored. Um and I paid 5,000 Canadian, which is about $3,500 for my copy.
Okay.
Um and mine the trimming is just so minor. It's like that's the only thing that happened to it. It looked like somebody just trimmed the little corner. It's so annoying. But yeah. But this is a good price compared to what I'm thinking the book goes for. Okay. So that's why
Okay.
I saw this and I was like, oh, that's not bad.
Well, that's a good price. It's a record, Alan.
Yeah. Actually, and there's no COVID bump even.
Okay, bum. Um,
See, maybe restored books aren't so bad after
I
all.
didn't sell in COVID.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't have like this. I like these ones where they didn't have a sale in COVID because then you can see a proper, just natural
Yeah.
tread line.
Yeah. No, this is up.
So, what was the previous sale for this?
4,320 last year in October.
Okay.
So
So, yeah, and now we have to do a bit of jumping around. I just want to compare it.
now
I
you
always
want to
have to
go
do.
to the non-restored, don't you?
Yeah, I got to compare it. 6,000 for 5.5 compared to
12,000.
12,000. So about half. That's about right.
Yeah.
That's for the grade.
Yeah.
But how well has the non-restored one performed?
Uh, Not bad. It peaked at 24. It's now at 12.
Okay. And
But it's way above its pre-COVID price.
yeah,
So it's actually performing quite well.
I mean, this is the first appearance of Iron Man. It's a kind of a major book.
Yeah.
Um, and they are hinting that Iron Man's coming back somehow. You know, some weird logic way that they're going to bring him back. I don't know how they're going to bring him back, but they want him back. I think the MCU needs Iron Man to come back. Somebody
I
has to
mean,
save the
he can't
MCU.
come back, can he? They're going to get to play him. You can't have Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, fighting Doctors,
Well,
fighting.
I kind of see it this way. So Doctor Doom has an iron mask.
Yes.
He just needs to continue that pattern and get it for the rest of his body, and then he's Iron Man. That's how it works.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I hope they don't do that. That's going to be so annoying.
I don't think so.
Right. Oh, another
This
regular.
is another big one. Yeah.
That's a-
I thought this was a beautiful copy too. 9-2.
Now, Alan, getting this ready, I
Hmm.
accidentally brought up, instead of typing in Fantastic Four 49
Okay.
into Go Collect, I typed in Fantastic Four 39.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you that, and it struck me that somebody's been repeating a theme in the cover. So let me just show you. So that they got 49. It was a great cover, one of my favorite
Yeah,
covers.
yeah, yeah. It's a very, very
Right.
popular cover.
Let
Yeah.
me show you. Let me show you 39. That's
Okay.
it's when you sort of look at them together, you sort of go, oh, really? Um,
Oh, yes. I
don't you
know
think there's some
39.
similarity there?
Yeah. Very similar. Yeah, I actually thought about this one. I mean, this one should be a book that's going up right now too, by the way.
I mean, that is a great cover. So
Yeah, it is a
I
great
can
cover
imagine
with
them
Doom.
going, well, that worked really well with the looming over the heroes, the sort of impending doom.
Mhm.
Let's have it use the same idea on 49. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think there's a very similar composition between,
Yeah, well, it is. It's basically the same idea.
yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Hmm. Well, yeah, instead of being that
Instead
space
of
like
got the
thing.
cityscape, we've got the Silver Surfer coming. I mean, this is a better cover. I mean, if you're going to build on a cover idea, you want to make it better.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
this is the better of the two covers. I mean, they're both great covers, but using the concept and then building on it, somebody's done a really good job. Well, somebody,
The same artist.
it's the
I
same.
think they're both Kirby,
It's
right?
it's both Kirby, yeah. So he's using his own format.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I love how Silver Surfer's kind of zipping in there. You got
yeah,
that little trail
yeah.
and he's
The
zipping in.
trailer, one of the
I mean,
great.
this is the first cover appearance of the Silver Surfer.
It is.
Um, it's supposedly the first full appearance of Galactus, but I don't think that's true. I really don't. Galactus is in
Yeah,
the previous issue.
of course he's in the previous issue. This is not okay. No, this is. Yeah, they do say it's the first full appearance.
I always question that. It's like the Hulk 180, 181 thing, but this
Right,
one's even less the case.
7,200 for a 9.2.
Hmm. And there's a lot of copies of this on
Uh,
Census,
there are
by the
less
way.
copies than a 48.
I
Uh,
know, but still a lot.
this is holding up, Alan.
Wow, way up though.
Way up from pre-COVID.
Yeah, I mean, a crazy mountain that it had gone up, by the way.
So pre-COVID it was 4.8, and it's still sitting around 7.2. So
7,000.
that's
Almost
uh, that's held up well.
like 50% above pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah.
But nowhere near to that peak. COVID peak, what was the peak?
Oh, 18,500.
Oof, oof. That's a lot of
Well, we,
comics you
we
could have
just
bought.
needed to have sold our comics about November 2022, Alan. Why didn't you tell me to sell all my comics in November?
I know.
And then I could have
I actually
bought them
did
all
tell people.
again.
I
I could have
told,
bought them all. I could have got the money. I could have bought them all again for half price 2 years later and have got kept a lot of money in the bank.
you know, it's funny. I did tell everybody to sell all their comics. I did in March of that year. I said the market's going to crash, and everyone was like, "No, you don't think." I was like, everyone was down on me. Everyone thought I was a complete idiot. I was like,
Yeah, but Alan, you
"Market's going
didn't
to
follow your own
crash."
advice. You did not follow your own advice.
I can't sell. I'm scared to sell. I love these books. So yeah. So
Okay.
I could have gotten so many more books if I
You
just sold
could.
everything.
You could if you'd followed your own advice. Right.
Mm.
My faves. Um, oh dear. Oh, here it
This is
is.
your favorite. I had to have it. I was thinking, oh my goodness, Mark's suffering from withdrawal
I
symptoms.
got the Heritage
Like
signature catalogue the other day.
yeah,
There's about
and
3 copies of this.
I don't know why they do that. I think that's the dumbest way to sell a comic is to sell 3 copies and then you're gonna be competing with yourself. It's just a
Yeah.
bad idea.
So
Yeah.
very common comic on sale virtually everywhere, whenever you want it, at any grade that you want.
I think there was one week where I didn't see it at all. I
Yeah, there
mean, it
was.
wasn't
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
didn't
No,
just
there was
include
a
it on the list. It
it was
just wasn't
a
there
red
to
letter
conclude.
week. We didn't have any Spideys.
So yeah,
Anyway, here we go. It is a well, is it a bellwether? I don't think it is. This is stabilized. If I remember correctly, these
yeah.
amazing fantasies have stopped falling.
So for me, the way I always think of the price of these ones is $10,000 a point.
Okay.
Okay. So if it's a little bit under that, it's probably like more like $9,000 a point. But I think of it using that round number just makes it easy. So I feel like this is sort of within that,
It's
where
stable.
it's sort of stabilized,
It's
right?
stable. This has been at the same price for a year now,
Hmm.
and it's well above pre-COVID.
Yeah, it's a very stable price now.
So this is
Um,
this has done well out of COVID. So this particular grade, anyway. So pre-COVID, it was 15,000. It peaks at
okay,
COVID peak at some ridiculous sum of
like
money.
30 or
It
40,000.
got 51,
51. Oh my goodness.
and it's now stabilized around 24, 23, 24. So,
Okay.
as long as you weren't one of the people who bought there,
Yeah, you're okay.
you're okay.
It's going to take a while to get back up there, though.
Oh, it's going to take a long time before this goes back to 50.
Probably like 5 to 10 years, or something like that.
I mean, it means it has to double. And what's going to cause it to double? I mean,
Yeah. But it's I always do see this as bellwether for the whole market because it's the biggest book for the Silver Age. It's one of the biggest books for the comic market in general, right? So if you see this one stabilizing, well, that kind of bodes well for the whole market.
so yes. Um, what was it? Was it an Amazing Fantasy 9.4 that sold for three million six hundred
It was
thousand
a 9.6.
9.6?
9.6 that sold for 3.65 million.
Yeah, in the middle of COVID.
Middle of COVID. I actually blame that book for the craziness of the COVID market. So what you have is like everybody's stuck at home. Everybody like because they're not using their discretionary funds as much because there's nothing to spend money on. And then they're getting stimulus checks. Well, what do? You look at things that you used to like online, you're bored, and you're like, "Hey, I could buy a comic." And the market's going crazy. Maybe it's a good time to buy
Yeah, let's
comics,
go and spend 51,000 on a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15 and a 2.5.
Exactly. That's what everyone does. Didn't you do that?
Did not.
Oh, that's strange.
My biggest loss was on the comic that I swapped with you. That was my single biggest loss. I bought
Yeah.
Silver
But
Surfer.
you got a cool book out of it.
I have got a cool book out of it. I feel quite good about it now. So I've gone from feeling bad about it to feeling quite good about it now.
Yeah. And I'm actually really looking for getting that book because it replaces one that I was always a little bit disappointed with.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah,
Right.
so thanks.
So that is your lot.
But
So that is your lot for this week. We will be back next week to talk about the sales at Heritage. There is a signature sale coming up at Heritage mid-September. So I'm sure Alan and I will be talking about that at some stage. Interestingly, Alan, in the signature sale coming up, there is a big book. Their sort of flagship item is a Fantastic Four #1 9.6. Now,
wow,
one of the three over $1 million sales on Silver Age Comics was
yeah.
was on a Fantastic Four 9.2 during COVID, which sold for 1.5 million.
So
So,
if it gets to like 1.5, like I mean 1.5 million or two,
so do we think the
wow.
9.6 is going to match the COVID price on the 9.2, or is it going to exceed it?
I think it might. I think it might get to 1.5.
Yeah, it's
You
going to
know.
be interesting because it's that was during COVID. This is not during COVID. However, it is one of the top graded Fantastic Four #1s. I think it will
Mhm.
go over the million mark. I personally think it'll get close to the 1.5. Whether it'll go past it or not, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's usually between a 9.2 and a 9.6 is like 2 to 3 times.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't think
If it
it'll
hadn't been,
quite.
if we're taking COVID out of the equation, the 9.6
Yeah,
should sell for about 2 to 3 million.
yeah,
Uh, because
yeah,
of the COVID effect, I'm not so sure.
yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it'll be half of what that whatever doubling would have been. So that's still around the 1.5.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
but it's that's a big book. I mean that will kind of make people go, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that is pretty exciting. I think this. I think I've seen so many channels talking about this signature auction. They're getting a lot of free publicity online. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty good set of comics. I don't know if you've had your catalog yet.
No, no, I haven't actually. Usually they send me two for some reason. I'm like,
Well,
why are you
you
sending
probably
me
got listed, you probably registered twice. You probably,
something? Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, no, I haven't looked at it yet. So it'll probably like it's coming to Canada. It's not like it has to go all the way to UK or something. It's much further to go to Canada, right? So it'll take uh, like sometimes it actually arrives after the sale. I'm like, what?
I mean,
Why?
it must cost them a fortune. I mean, it's got a $50 price tag, and they air
Yeah,
freight it over
yeah,
to the UK to me. So that the postage cost is about 25 to $30.
yeah. I'm surprised that they spend so much money on these catalogs.
Yeah,
It's such an old school way of doing it too.
they obviously
It's
think it.
so
Mind you, it does. They do present the I spotted a printing error in it.
oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so they've got a spread of Fantastic Fours. And under the picture for under the thing that says Fantastic Four issue 2, they've got a
Hmm.
picture of Fantastic Four 18, the Super Scroll,
Okay.
and vice versa. Under
Oh,
the
so they mixed
box,
up the images?
somebody put the wrong images in the box above the titles.
Oh, can we like can we sue or something or get like,
I don't know.
you said it's this book. I'm expecting this book and
Yeah.
like like the old like
However, I did a video on it. I pointed it out, so presumably they're now rerunning the whole thing and resending all the catalogs out.
they should give you a discount just for that reason.
Yeah, if they give me a discount on the Fantastic Four 9.6 of say 50%, I'll probably go and get a loan,
Or
buy it,
just waive the brider's premium.
waive the buyer's premium. Then I could just flog it.
That's like $300,000 right there.
Exactly. Right, enough chin wagging. Um, that's it for now. See ya again next week.